Folks, do you think that President Biden can do all that it takes to send the fourth stimulus check? Tell me what you think in the comments below. We have a ton of good news about the fourth stimulus check, everybody. Social Security benefits, SSI and SSDI. Continue watching this video because you definitely don't want to miss out on this. The Social Security Administration has released a new announcement on monthly benefit payments. Seniors and SSI beneficiaries can expect to receive a big benefit increase very soon. And now we have a very big update for all Social Security beneficiaries. An official with the SSA said seniors and others who rely on the benefits program are likely to receive a COLA, closer to 8% at the end of the year due to the current rate of inflation. That increase, everybody, would represent the biggest COLA since 1981. The average monthly Social Security check is about $1,700, which means beneficiaries could see an increase of $132 per month as early as 2023, bringing the average check to about $1,700. The agency's monthly Social Security check is around $1,700, which means beneficiaries could see an increase of $132 per month in early 2023. The 69 million Americans who collect Social Security get a 5.9% COLA increase in January. It was the biggest bump since 1982, but inflation has raced far ahead of that number this year, hitting 8.3% in April. CPIW is the inflation index for Social Security, and an expert said that a 3.8% COLA stems from the 2022 Trustees Report, which was released on last week and predicted that the program would boost benefits by 3.8% at the end of 2022. Economists think inflation will ease later this year as the Federal Reserve continues to raise interest rates to dampen demand from consumers and businesses. For now, it remains red hot. And the SSA bases its COLA adjustments on a basket of goods and services called the CPIW. The agency will make its official COLA announcement in October, basing that decision on the previous 3 months of inflation data.
As you know, President Biden recently wrote a Wall Street Journal op-ed that tackling inflation is the, quote, top economic priority. And I think that's a welcome development for the President to acknowledge that inflation is a problem. It wasn't that long ago that President Biden and his top economic officials were claiming the extraordinary increase in Americans' cost of living was merely transitory. I know you've responded to some questions on this subject already, but do you still view inflation, which remains near a 40-year high, as transitory, or do you expect an extended period of raised inflation?
Well, when I said that inflation would be transitory, what I was not anticipating was a scenario in which we would end up contending with multiple variants of COVID that would be scrambling our economy and global supply chains, and I was not envisioning impacts on food and energy prices we've seen from Russia's invasion of Ukraine. So as Chair Powell indicated himself, both of us probably could have used a better term than transitory. There's no question that we have huge inflation pressures, that inflation is really our top economic problem at this point, and that it's critical that we address it. So I do expect inflation to remain high, although I very much hope that it will be coming down now.
And the President's budget on that point projects inflation at 4.7% for 2022, which seems to be an entirely unrealistic assumption given that inflation in the first half this year has been well above that rate. Has the administration's 4.7% inflation assumption proved accurate for 2022, or should that number be revised higher?
Well, we're in the process of producing a new forecast for the mid-session review. The numbers aren't locked in, but it's likely to be higher.
Well, hopefully we won't have to wait long for that, right? I mean, when does that review come out?
I'm not sure what the date is.
So